Hi everyone, I hope you're well. Thanks for clicking on the video. I just watched the finale of season 1 of Ahsoka, and firstly I just want to say this show has absolutely reignited my love of Star Wars. I've always kind of hated how it was targeted towards children, and so much potential of the universe I felt was ruined because of that, but they've really leaned away from that in Ahsoka in my opinion, no more so than with the Night Sisters in particular. Whenever these chicks are on the screen, I'm like on edge, you know what I mean? So much so that I think if I had kids, I wouldn't feel comfortable with them watching it. Which is something I've always wanted from Star Wars, right? Just something that can keep you on edge, something that isn't like a goofy character with a stupid voice, something that truly does kind of rock you to your core. So I've really enjoyed that this episode. Like I said, overall, this season 1 has been fantastic, and I did enjoy this episode a lot, but there are things I found frustrating, annoying, and almost disappointing as well, actually. You know, much like there always is in Star Wars, there seems to be a ton of holes in the logic, in the fight scenes, in the use of the Force and stuff like that. You know, we'll go from a scene where Sabine is struggling to pick up a lightsaber using the Force to like the very next scene, it feels like 5 minutes later, you know, she's helping Ezra jump like hundreds of meters, it seems, to the spaceship that Thrawn is escaping in. It just seems like they pick and choose when they need things to work. And it just kind of bugs me, it irks me, and it's always like that throughout the entire Star Wars universe, right? It's kind of the problem I have with superhero movies. They kind of pick and choose, you know, when they want to implement things to help them along in their storyline, and that will always bug me. Also, there were a handful of moments in the fight scenes in this episode, no much more so than in this one between Ahsoka and this lady. I forget her name, but you know, they're fighting to the death. They're going at it for like 5-10 minutes, right? And then there's a moment where Ahsoka is still fighting her. She's surrounded by clones. And for some reason, the clones who have been chasing her, shooting them down this entire episode, decide, oh, we're not going to shoot anymore. Even though we all have an absolute clear shot of Ahsoka right now. We could easily take her out. We're just going to stand around with our dicks in our hands and watch this battle take place rather than shoot her down, which is what they've been trying to do the entire fucking episode. It makes no sense. And finally, the last thing I was disappointed by was the whole Baylan storyline. We really got none of that in this episode. And obviously, Ray Stevenson has died now in real life, tragically. So, of course, rest in peace to him. But I don't see how they're going to further that storyline along anymore unless they recast him. So, of course, that's disappointing. I'd hoped we would see a lot more of him and his, who is it, Shin Hati? I'd have liked to have seen more of both of them in this episode. We really got nothing. Overall though, I know I've shit on this episode a lot. This season was fantastic, and it absolutely has reignited my love in Star Wars. Like I said earlier, it's fantastic, and I would absolutely recommend you watch it if you haven't already. For now though, that brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for more content just like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks guys.